All right, so this topic that we're discussing today with the PlayStation, I'm sure has a lot of people scared. We're gonna go through everything that we know about right now, and this is something that I've wondered a lot about in the past. So basically, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna give you guys my quick opinion. We're gonna read over this article, and then we're gonna kick it to my cousin. He's gonna get more into the details, more into the stuff that you guys really wanna know. And believe it or not, he's actually dealt with some of these issues that we're gonna discuss. So he can talk about these things firsthand. But don't skip, because I have some good stuff to say as well. You never know what you might get out of me. So let's get right to it, man. Let's not waste any time. As you can see here, what it says is keeping the gaming console standing upright can be disastrous to its long-term health. And I'll start by saying that this is something that I always worried about in the past. This is why I never kept my systems vertically. Because to me, just like with gravity and everything, it just seems like it would put more strain on the system. That's how it worked out in my head in the past. And I never had issues with my system in the past. I heard of people, their systems going out on them. And I would always ask, well, do you keep it vertically or do you keep it horizontal? And a lot of times they would say they keep it vertically, but there was never any talks about this being an issue in the past as far as what I'm aware of. It says ever since its release over 2 years ago, Sony has claimed that users can use the next generation console in the PlayStation 5 both vertically and horizontally. Let me just touch on this real quick also. It's been 2 years since its release, and still there's people out here that want this console and can't get it. That's insane. Anyways, I digress. It goes on to say with the console of PS5 size, it's a relief for many users as they have the choice to keep their console any way they want. For the last 2 years, it seemed the PS5 alignment wouldn't be caused any particular issue to its long-term health. However, new reports and revelations seem to suggest otherwise. Well, thanks for letting us know now 2 whole years later. As spotted by Wololo, reports have arrived about users damaging their PS5s by keeping them upright. The report featured a recent tweet from 68 Logic, who claims that the liquid metal used to cool the APU moves in an upright PlayStation 5. Seems pretty logical. Do not put your PlayStation 5 upright. Here's the result. The liquid moves and the freezes are there. Wow. Well, that doesn't look good. And that was posted by 68 Logic. Doesn't look good at all. I feel sorry for this guy. He's out of PS5. Other than that, the report also features other instances of console repairmen bringing the issue to light for some time now. But what could possibly go wrong with a moving liquid metal? As explained by Wololo, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it looks like Wololo to me. Most of the time, a moving liquid metal used for cooling shouldn't be a problem, as they're tightly sealed shut. However, in some instances of the PS5, the seal between the APU and the cooler seems to be getting damaged. If the PS5 remained horizontal, then the liquid metal has no reason to move. However, due to gravity, something I mentioned earlier, come on, liquid metal in a vertical PlayStation 5 falls. Come on, people, I've been on this. Because of this, cooling might be drastically affected, as the lack of liquid metal can cause overheating and other system issues. Along with that, the liquid metal is also conductive, which means it can cause a short circuit if it touches a wrong component. For the most part, this issue won't affect users who have kept their PS5 upright. For the most part, this issue won't affect users who have kept their PS5 upright. However, it's always good to remain on the safe side and use your PS5 horizontally. For the most part, it shouldn't affect users keeping their PS5 vertically. I don't know if anyone's going to be keeping their PS5s vertically after this, aside from people who just have an endless amount of money and don't give it. Now, I've been doing enough talking. I'm going to kick it over to my cousin and let him touch on this. I don't know if he's going to want to go back to the article at all or show you guys anything else, but let's get to him because he's a little more knowledgeable, or actually a lot more knowledgeable in this sort of stuff than I am. So yeah, let's get to the knowledgeable guy here. It's on you, cuz.
Okay, so from my cousin, just to get into a little more detail on what the liquid metal is. Now, the PS5's liquid metal is an alloy made from elements indium and gallium, and the latter is famous for its ability to melt in a human's hands. Now, when combined, the alloy is a liquid at room temperature and is very good at conducting heat. This makes it suitable for, a suitable medium for transferring heat from the processor to its heat sink for the PS5. However, since liquid metal also conducts electricity, this can cause a short circuit if it actually seeps into other components within the PS5 motherboard. Now, the interesting thing about this is that liquid metal isn't used for any other gaming consoles. And Sony believed at the time that their engineers found a solution for that problem, although as reports are starting to show, unfortunately, that is not the case when it comes to standing up your PS5 vertically. Now, this is going to be unfortunate for people who have bought some cooling fans that have started coming out. I know you have noticed them a lot, where is a cooling fan that can be used for a vertically standing PS5 console. And I actually can confirm that some issues were happening to my very own PS5 once I started standing it up vertically, because I started losing some room in my entertainment center. And there have been noticing instances where if kept on standby mode, or in some instances while playing, it could short out and it would have to rebuild a database from scratch. Now, I found that unusual at the time, but unfortunately, once news started getting out about the liquid metal issue, it actually started to make a little more sense in my mind. And unfortunately, this could be a factor of Sony wanting to move out their system as fast as possible to meet their sales numbers for the end of year around 2020. Since we can't really confirm at this time if there was any type of rush with the models and the battle between Sony and Xbox, it does seem to be the case that the experimental use of the liquid metal was a bit rushed, or at least we can speculate based off of the issue that is currently being viewed right now. And unfortunately, the real issue with this is that seems to be only happening for some of the PlayStation 5 consoles, and it really can't tell unless you take it into a repair shop if that is happening for you at all. So at this time, it actually would be best recommended to keep your PS5 horizontal as God intended. And I will pass it back to my cousin for his finishing thoughts.
Good job. This guy, man. I tell you, he's good, this guy. You see how he just gets into everything? Like, yeah, that's good. That's good. See, I'm more of a just give my opinion type of guy. I don't get into the details as much and, the specifics. That's what he's for, though. He's good at that. I'm sure you guys all appreciate that. But like he said, keep your PS5s horizontal just in case, Why risk it? Unless you got the money, then who gives a But hopefully you're not having issues with your PlayStation 5s, because it's still not that easy to get them from what I know. I don't know. Maybe it is. You guys let me know. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if you guys have had any issues or anything, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, Louis1391 checking out. Do you have a nickname yet?
And the Mega Sloth is signing out as well.
There it is. Catch you guys on the next one. Salute.